What's the craziest thing you have said to your boss? I worked for a high-tech company when high-tech was just starting to make an impact on the world. This was before the internet, even before everyone had computers. Our department had just one IBM PC, and using it felt like a big deal. Our company made fast modems. Back then, the fastest speed was 9,600 bits per second, and each modem cost $10,000. You needed at least two, one for each end. We had invented a way to double the speed to 19,200 bits, which was lightning fast at the time. Every big company wanted them, no matter the cost. Unfortunately, the techniques we were using were in their infancy and had lots of bugs. Even though we sold many modems, they didn't work well. A major oil company bought a huge batch, planning to connect all their gas stations to their main office. Before, they reported sales by mail or phone, which was slow. With our modems, they could track sales instantly. They tested the modems quickly and rolled them out, but they failed. Our engineers worked day and night to fix the issues, but nothing worked. The customer was furious and threatened to return everything. This would have been a disaster for our company. They were our biggest client. I was the manager of the business unit, newly promoted into the role at the age of 26. I was an expert in this technology and often traveled to solve problems. But I didn't know the real trouble. The oil company's top executives were demanding answers. Our bosses knew if we didn't fix this, the company could collapse. The salesman set up a meeting with the oil company's senior vice president, a powerful man who probably scared everyone around him. Suddenly, our company president and other executives were too busy to attend, so they sent me instead. I had no idea how serious this was. If I failed, I'd be fired as a gesture of apology. The salesman knew, but I didn't. Thinking this would be another easy win, I bought a new suit and a briefcase with nothing inside but a notepad and flew from Boston to the West Coast. The salesman picked me up in his Jaguar, looking grim. I was cheerful, humming as we drove, until we arrived at the oil company's office. The building was huge and fancy, with expensive art in the lobby. We didn't wait. They took us straight to a conference room. This is when I really got scared. The room was enormous, with a long table and expensive leather chairs. Waiters in tuxedos served water in crystal glasses. A stenographer sat ready to record everything. The room was full of executives and lawyers, all looking serious. Then the door opened, and the SVP came in. The room went silent. He sat across from me, glaring. He started the meeting angrily, listing all our failures, calling it fraud and deception. His rage was directed at me. Finally, he pointed at me and growled, "If you can't fix this right now, your name won't be worth squat." The room was dead silent. Everyone stared at me. I had no plan, no solution, nothing in my briefcase to buy time. And then, without even thinking, I said, "Around town, it was well known that when they got home at night, their fat and psychopathic wives would thrash them within inches of their lives." I couldn't believe I'd just said that. The salesman looked horrified. The engineer's mouth dropped open. Even the stenographer stopped typing. I was sure I was fired. The SVP froze. Then he said, "Wait, I know that line." I whispered, "Yes, it's from Pink Floyd's The Wall album," he said, suddenly smiling. "You like Pink Floyd?" "Yes," I said. "They're my favorite band." "Mine too," he said, standing up. "I saw the Wall concert in 1980. Best show ever. I even have one of Gilmore's guitar picks framed in my office. Come on, I'll show you." He led me out of the room, leaving everyone stunned. As we left the room, he waved his hand and said, "Give them a few more weeks." The salesman laughed hysterically on the way back. "You can only pull that off once in your career," he said. When I returned to the office, I was a hero. The salesman had told everyone what happened, and they all cheered. A few weeks later, our engineers fixed the problem. The customer stayed with us and bought thousands more modems, all because of Pink Floyd.